a lot of business owners, they don't really understand what is the website, what is branding, right? They think branding is a logo. The website is just one thing that should be there, that should never even like that they don't do anything, right? That ties up with you. It's like with what you said in the beginning. It's like, what is actually the objective that you want, right? And some of them, for them, is an afterthought, right? And I think the importance of the work that you do, because I've seen it, right, and I lived it. It's more like it's the way that you do. Like you see the whole content, you see the flows of the users that are going to be touching the website. You see if it makes sense with where you currently are, where you were, and where you currently are, and where you're going, right? And this conversation that you're having with me now, like it reflects like a conversation we had some months ago as well, right? And but if you were to talk about a little more about the branding, right? Because the website, like it does depend on the objective, but then what about the branding and how tied this branding is tied to the website in itself? How would you tackle these with a prospect?
Oh, that's a really good question. You know what's funny? I feel like a lot of time people misinterpret that website design is a separate thing from branding and marketing. It's not. It's just, a separate channel that you just need to pay close attention to because it is your home on the internet, right? And it will house your brand, your marketing, your process. Everything is going to be in there. It's going to live there if you'd like it to be. And I think many businesses who really utilize their website to the max really understand what information can really go and live on your website so that it's not only serving your target audience, but also being picked up by SEO or now even with AEO, GEO, all the EOs out there, to really understand like how are you standing out amongst all the different competitors, right? But, back to your questions, like how does the branding really relate with the websites that we have, or even like how do we make sure that it ties in? I think oftentimes people not seeing the full picture, how their brand really attached to everything in the business, right? Oftentimes you would hear like, oh, I just need the business strategy. Branding will come later. By branding, they will say like the logo, the colors, all the pretty stuff. Like, no, I am a big believer that the business strategy and the brand strategy that really go hand in hand, right? Because you're really talking about your business as a living being because it is. Eventually it will have, customers, partners, maybe investors, board of advisors, so on and so forth. It will continue on living. But if you don't treat brand as the core part of your business, you won't see how to build the right connection essentially with your target audience and projecting your business the right way to the world essentially. So when we do work on any web project, brand is the first thing that we're trying to understand as well after learning the business objective. Like, what is your brand? Like, what are you all about? We can't be creating a website design that only relies on your favorite color, for example, right? Or only rely on like, oh, I like these competitors and these websites, go create something similar like those. Like, we can't really do that. And I think for some other people, you can get by doing that. But if you truly want to not just set yourself apart in the market, but also really connect with your target audience, you have to hone in on your brand first. Otherwise, whatever else you do, or any type of like, different themes that you will buy for website design, it will not click simply because you don't have the soul of the business translated into your brand and website.